Hi, everyone. This week is the 29th week in Ordinary Time. Ordinary Time is green because we are growing in our understanding of Jesus and his teachings. This week's Gospel is from the Gospel of Mark. James and John, the sons of Zebedee, came to Jesus and said to him, "Teacher, we want you to do for us whatever we ask of you." He replied, "What do you wish me to do for you?" They answered him, "Grant that in your glory we may sit one at your right and the other at your left." Jesus said to them, "You do not know what you are asking. Can you drink the cup that I drink, or be baptized with the baptism with which I am baptized? You will be baptized, but to sit at my right or my left is not mine to give, but for those to whom it has been prepared." When the 10 heard this, they became indignant at James and John. Jesus summoned them and said to them, "You know that those who are recognized as rulers over the Gentiles lord it over them, and their great ones make their authority over them felt. But it shall not be so among you. Rather, whoever wishes to be great among you will be your servant. Whoever wishes to be first among you will be the slave of all. For the Son of Man did not come to be served, but to serve, and give his life as a ransom for many." In this week's Gospel, 2 of Jesus' disciples, James and John, asked Jesus for a favor. James and John were called the sons of Zebedee, or sometimes the sons of thunder. Wow! Can you imagine that? They must have been some quite strong characters. So what favor did they want from Jesus? They wanted to sit on either side of Jesus at his heavenly banquet. That's a way of saying they wanted to be the most important people in his kingdom next to Jesus. Jesus asked them if they could drink the cup or be baptized as Jesus was. He was referring to the difficulties he faced, his suffering and death, the difficulty and sadness he faced. When they said that they could follow his suffering and difficulty, Jesus said they would suffer for following him, but that only God could decide who would be most important in Jesus' kingdom. Do you think they were surprised at Jesus' response? Do you think they expected him to talk about the suffering and difficulty of those who follow him? When the other disciples heard, they were mad, probably that James and John had even thought they could be the greatest in Jesus' kingdom. But Jesus once again surprised his disciples. He said that while some rulers think they can be most important and make their people do whatever they want, that it won't be that way in Jesus' kingdom. Whoever wants to be great needs to be a servant to everyone else. Jesus did not come to be served, but to serve others. A little later on, the disciples would see that Jesus would wash his disciples' feet before his death, as a servant would. I wonder how his disciples felt to see Jesus acting as a servant. I wonder if they could then go out into the world and be a servant to others. How can you be a servant to others?